All right, we're back at it again with another video. This is Solo Dolo Talks, and I just want to give you all a little quick message, man. Kind of motivational stuff here. I want you guys to realize that it's important to stand on business in your 20s, right? And it's going to be one of those videos where, if you're a guy in your 20s, you need to understand how important it is to stand on business. Your 20s is your foundational years, right? As a man, as a young man coming up. And right now I'm 28. So about 2 years, I'm going to be 30. And I realized for me, it's essential to start progressing your life in a different way. And when it comes to progressing your life, you're going to be required to separate yourself from people, not in a way where you don't ever talk to no one ever again, but to create a distance, a healthy distance from people that are not conducive to your development. And that can imply toward family, friends, whoever is not pouring into your cup and who's not supportive in your life. Those people are just not, they're not going to be conducive to your life at all, right? And you want to keep your distance, right? But family, you can love them from a distance, but you have to understand that family cannot come with you to the next level. They just can't. A lot of us don't have a favorable circumstance to where we have this advantage. A lot of us men do not have an advantage like others do before us. For a lot of us, we have to go through life, trial and error. Nothing is figured out for us. Nothing is, handmade for us. We have to really make it ourselves in this world, in this walk. Nothing will ever be handed to us. So it's up to us to take the initiative to make our 20s the best that we can make it. You understand? Because if you didn't have the foundation when you were a kid, meaning you didn't have a father figure in your life or a strong mentor that was creating the foundation for you, you are going to have to set that own foundation for yourself. And it's going to be hard. Like I said, there is no manual to life. There's a Bible, right? The Bible will teach you a lot of valuable things that you can take with you on your walk. But when it comes to this materialistic, capitalistic society, this world, we have to mess up at times. We got to make mistakes. And we are going to make mistakes. I made plenty of mistakes in my 20s. Like I said, I'm 28. I made a lot of mistakes. And there's no going back. Once you make mistakes, there is no going back. There is no hitting the rewind button. Okay? There is no rewinding. There is no, time machine that you can travel back into to fix the mistakes, to, correct yourself. It's not going to happen. You have to deal with those mistakes that you made. You got to live with the trial and error. And that's natural. That's natural to go through that. And I would not want to have it any other way for my development, for my path. Because I realized when I was a kid, I didn't have a foundation. I didn't have a strong father figure in my life. Didn't have a mentor, never did. My mother was always in my life, and she did the best that she could possibly do as a single mother, right? She had very limited resources, okay? It is what it is. But you, as a young man going into your 20s, living through your 20s, you have to boss up. You got to stand on business. You have to establish yourself. You cannot afford to allow life and allow your 20s to just pass you by so quickly without you even putting any work in, without you, making something happen. You know, you have to be, you have to work. You have to make this bag. You got to make sure your credit score is on point. You know, you have to learn different skills, maybe take up a trade or whatnot. Try different things. And don't worry about if you cannot discover your purpose in your 20s. A lot of people don't even know what their purpose is until they hit their 30s or even their 40s, right? I feel like personally you should be able to find out what your purpose is by the time you in your 30s. That's just me though. So, it's okay to try things, different things, and if it's not for you, it's not for you, right? But as long as you gave it 100% of your effort, your energy, you gave it your all, right? It's okay to give up on something that is not for you. Don't feel guilty that you decide to throw in the towel because something did not work out. If you put in the effort, then put in the time, you try to make it work, and not everything is going to work out in your favor. That's something you got to realize in your 20s as well. Everything you do and you think it's like this grandiose plan, don't think it's just going to work out, right? Because you think it's going to work out. God has his plans and man has his plans, but God's plans are always greater than my plans, your plans. Remember that. No plan is greater than God's plan. So do not think that, this plan is going to work out for me. This, career path is right for me. It may not be for you though, but you're allowed to give it all you have. You're allowed to give it 100% and put your all into it, right? And then you find out sooner or later it's not really for you. I've had to go through that a couple of times in my 20s, working a whole bunch of jobs that I don't want to work, getting paid very little money, and even blown a bag. I fumbled a whole bunch of bags, but I had to go through trial and error to realize the mistakes I was making, where I was falling short, how I can better myself and better my finances, and how I can be more mature with my money. So, a very quick message, motivational, take it for how you want to take it. This is just a message for you guys to, get on your shit and to keep a level head and, stand on business.